while it burns slow. Shout out to all my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings. Another fucking day of slavery. Make that the sound of a confirmation. I'm not even gonna lie with y'all. I feel like I'm going more crazy every day. But the reason why is because, well, maybe that's not the right words to say. That's not the right word to say. Not crazy, but just finished, like done. I told y'all, the more that radiation increases, the more I don't give a fuck about like this shit, the more I'm just moving ruthlessly around it. Like, I don't give a fuck, you know? Like, I thought that well, this is what I said to myself last winter. I said, at the most, they got like 3 more. So that was that one, and then 2 more, basically. You feel me? But I was kind of blown about that. But really, it might not be 2, it might be 1, y'all. It might be 1. But I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even really want it to be 1. Because y'all know, every time around this time, it's like, I have anxiety in general or whatever, and I'm dealing with it from the situation, but it's just something around this time where it's like, my brain's even more like fucked up, and I can't think straight. Because this cold shit, it's like shocking in my system. It's unnatural, you know? I don't come from the cold. I don't like the cold. My body shrivels up in the cold. Like it's hard for me to think in the cold. Like, I'm not a cold person. You know, I hate that shit with a passion. And like, I literally survived so much winters. It's like I fucking cold. Like, I really do. Like, when I get cold, I start getting angry. And I'm like the worst. I got the worst personality when I'm cold. I don't like the cold. I hate the cold with a passion. It just makes me, it's like I start reliving all of the shit that I dealt with being homeless, why I froze and shit. It's like I just relived that shit, so I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't wanna. I don't know if y'all heard me talking. I had the volume down, but I was basically saying, like, I don't like the cold. I don't like the cold and shit. I do not like the cold, y'all. I can't function with it. Like, even now, like, I'm like scattered, you know? It's like I shut down more and more. Like, the more cold it gets, like, the more I shut down. You know, I noticed that, like, over time about myself, you know? So I know, like, the fact that I'm locked out of my storage and shit because I don't got the money for it, I might get it today, I don't know, but I don't even care whether I do or I don't. Cause I'm just gonna make it to the next day regardless. And you know what I mean? If I gotta ask somebody for some clothes, then I'll do that. Give me like some clothes, I'll do that. I got hella clothes, but I would have to get all the way over to my clothes, and then I would have to bring them all the way back over here. You know, I have to leave the state, and I don't even have nowhere to put my clothes. Well, no, I could put them in my storage, but that'd be too much without a car and stuff. But what I'm gonna carry, a lot of bags, just to bring them back. Get on the MARC train. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. But yeah, though, y'all, like, man, all my black people, man, I'm giving y'all positive energy on another day of slavery. Man, make it through this shit, y'all. You know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it to y'all or anything like that. Say it like something it's not. Like, we're in slavery. We're in the last of it. They're gonna make us rattled with anything that they can. Like, there's no limit to what they'll try to use. You know, there's no limit. These people are dangerous. You know, the weather's just another thing. You know, like, I know since they know, if it's not this one, it's the one after this one. But it really, really might be this one, y'all. You know, it really, really might be this one. It really might be this one. So if this is the last winter, they're gonna try to freeze us in the worst way with it. Best believe, y'all. Like that little storm that we had, like in January, at the end of January, February, I got to my court date 8 minutes late. and they dismissed my whole case with my son, you know, due to this situation and shit, right? I guarantee y'all that if this is the last winter, they are gonna try to freeze the fuck out of us. I already know. Mainly homeless people. Like, we're like their main targets, because like I said, homeless people go through way more than regular people, you know? That's why, like I tell you all the time, I never understand how people try to shit on a homeless person. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you got somewhere to sleep, you waking up, you use the bathroom, shit, piss when you need to, you know? As soon as you wake up, hop right in the shower, brush your teeth, like, you get what I'm saying? How bad could your day really get, you know? But, you know, people don't recognize stuff like that when they have certain things and other people don't. Like, just something as simple as that changes the whole dynamic of your day, you know? It really does. It's wild when I always had that, or when I did, because I was even homeless in my family, you know, at different times and stuff. But when I think about that shit, right, I'm like, damn, I didn't really notice how valuable that shit really was, you know? What it is, Axe. Oh, Roxanne, how you been, Roxanne? I'm not gonna lie, I miss you. I haven't spoke to you in a while. Man, Roxanne, I hope you're good with everything you was telling me about. No bullshit. I had so much going on. I should have like emailed you or something. But I hope that, you know, I ain't gonna put your situation on blast or anything, but what you spoke to me about and all of that, you're a real person. And I hope you're good. For real, Roxanne. I hope you all right. I hope your day going good. I'm freezing like shit. Oh shit, hold up real quick, y'all. This isn't good. Like, this low key is like me harming myself and shit. It's not good. But I mean, my body's in shock. All the shit that I'm dealing with. My body's in shock. Hold it together. Hold it together. So I realized I'm gonna really tap in with y'all, but I realized I almost had a heart attack the day before yesterday. But I don't know what's crazier. Not scary, because I don't really care about living, but I'm here. You know? Like, this is what's crazy. Not the fact that I almost had a heart attack. And I know why I almost had a heart attack. Like, I know. because I know the stress that I'm under. Like, I know the feelings I have in my body. I know the feelings of me feeling those feelings before knowing that that was really that, right? But hold up real quick, though. But, basically, like, I almost had a heart attack a lot of times. I never knew that was that feeling, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know that that was that feeling. Like, last year, I almost had a heart attack a lot of times. Like, last year, like, I've been having that feeling for a long time. It's just that sometimes like, no, not sometimes, nothing. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what that shit was. You know, y'all, I didn't know what that shit was. I'm trying to multitask and shit. Yeah, I didn't know what that shit was, so I never thought really anything of it. Whole time, I'm having heart attacks and shit. I'm having many heart attacks that's building up. That shit crazy, yo. You know? I don't know where I put that. Straight survival. Straight survival, I'm in. There. Maybe I did. Yeah, maybe I did. It's alright. It's alright. It could be so painful you can't even cry, man. People know I signed up for this shit. I signed out. I fucking signed out, man. Signed out. It feels good too, you know. Alright, yeah, I'm right here. Let me read. You said, damn, y'all in the comments, y'all lit right now. Yo, bro, what's up, Axe? How many hours you be asleep, man? Per night? How much hours, roller? I really don't sleep, bro. I really don't sleep. I really, I mean, like, I rest, but I really don't sleep, you know? I'm okay. Had a lot of things going on with Gramps, unfortunately, being on his deathbed, but I'm okay. How you been now? I'm sorry to hear that, Roxanne. Make sure my phone don't die on y'all. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. It's just crazy as shit. First off, you know, you got my email and shit. If you need to talk to me or whatever, you can email me. I'll send you the best of positive energy to cope with that however I can. You know, like always. I don't know how close that is, how close he is to that. But yeah, if gotta hold your head, you know, and spend whatever time you can with him, you know, as much as possible. Yeah, you know, how much do you sleep, bro? Hello from Singapore to Mill. You said Singapore to Mill. Where's that at? But shout out to you though, bro. Like, you sleep how many hours per night? Like, I don't be sleeping. That's what I'm saying. Like, I be up, I be resting, but I don't even have a place to sleep. I don't be sleeping. You know, like, my situation is so real. It's like, that's why, like, I've been signed out of like a lot of stuff off of just like my life and everything. You know, like, just like a lot of things. Like, the way I survive. Some people might think it's trifling, but it's the best way I can survive though, with what I got going on in my situation and this system I'm in. You know, so it's very interesting. I'm just sending all y'all positive energy though. For real. Sending all y'all positive energy. Because this shit what we living in is crazy. I got a shirt. You know I don't give a fuck. I got a shirt halfway on, halfway off. I got a button under it. Look, I'm playing this shit like a video game. They can't make me crash out, y'all. I come from the black woman. You know, I don't care how much I'm in this slavery, the last of this shit. I'ma play dumb, you know? Make it to your next day, like, I gotta play this shit. I gotta play this shit out. I know it's over for these people, but I know that I know that this shit gonna play out with more attacks and shit. So for real, my energy is gonna be like in defense mode, ready for attacks and shit. Until like, for real, I'm gonna be in fight, flight, or freeze on defense mode until this shit is gone. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, that shit's not going nowhere. Because I feel like I want to shout out to the people that feel how I feel, even regardless of your genetic makeup, really. Shout out to y'all. Because there's so much people that's seeing this shit for really what it is now, y'all. Like, a lot of y'all, like, why the fuck am I going to work? Like, what the fuck? Like, I wasn't born for this. Right? Even if you use an experiment, you like, I wasn't born to just... Y'all probably feeling it even more than us. And for y'all, that was an experiment. For real. Like, you know this is your one life. Like, you don't travel to dimensions. You don't got a soul. You looking at this shit like, if this is my heaven basically on the planet, what's supposed to be my heaven, you know? And my species had me living like this to get to the black people. But you know what I mean? Like, it's some fucked up ass shit. Like, y'all should be able, like, I'm really thinking about it. I'm like, damn, if they know this is y'all last life or y'all only life, why wouldn't they let y'all enjoy it? They want to punish us, and then because they don't give a fuck about us, but then they want to not give a fuck about their own people and not even have y'all enjoy like y'all only life. It's grimy as shit. These motherfuckers is grimy, you know? That's why I'm telling y'all, as soon as my anatomy switch over, I am on everybody's ass. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I'm gonna be wearing motherfuckers out, like, left and right. Like, real spill. I'm gonna be wearing motherfuckers out, yo. Because, nah, like, it's just too much that, like, I'm aware of, yo. Like, and it's like, I'm not fucking with it. Like, it make me feel... It just make me feel off. Make me feel off. He's in the hospital right now, and I'm not really sure I'm ready to go see him like that yet. I saw a lot of people like that, and I don't know. I can see somebody who was a father figure to me. No, that's real, Roxanne. That's real. That's real. It's like, I wish that I could be any of help for you dealing with that. Like I said, you got my email. If you would like for me to get on live, if you do decide to go in there and you just need to listen to some positive energy, I'll go live and kind of help coach you through that, you know, or I'll give you my personal number and I'll be on the phone with you while you're in there until you get calm enough to get off the phone, to deal with it and face it head on. However so I can help you, you know, I'll try to do so. We in the last days, you know, so I'm all for that. You know, what's good, Pop? You know, we in the last days, y'all, so you gotta be on this type of energy, you know? We in the last days. The last days of this system, though, designed against us, strategic, premeditated. It's the last of this shit. We gonna have our land back. Our children be safe again and shit like that. All the good stuff that's supposed to be, you know? Hey, y'all goddesses, enjoy the rest of y'all day. Y'all the mother of all life. I appreciate y'all. Peace, power, abundance, gratitude, Yahweh. Yeah, you know, it seems like everybody thinks like, oh, you already know, Roxanne, you already know. That seems like in the area that I'm in, because I'm going through a financial struggle, I feel like I'm like the crazy person. You know what I'm saying? And off of where I am and stuff that we all should know, but we don't know though, right? It's crazy. It's a lot of manipulation that's taking place, but we gonna be all right though, you know? We gonna be all right, y'all. But yeah, like I said, you know, we probably got one more winter left. And if this is the last one, they're going to try to freeze the fuck out of us. Especially, they're going to target neuromelanated, homeless people, right? They're going to try to fuck us up this last winter. And I know that, so I'm going to let y'all know. And all y'all cronies, y'all slave catchers, all of y'all motherfuckers, I know y'all watch my videos. Let me tell you, me knowing what type of time y'all on, let me tell y'all. I don't care how well y'all try to ramp up that abuse that y'all about your occupation or any of that shit, right? Nigga, I will break in your house to fucking sleep if I need to, nigga. Know that shit. Know that shit. Y'all not gonna freeze me this winter. I swear on my fucking soul. You gonna have to catch me. And if I break in something, to sleep in to escape the fucking cold, you feel me? And you think it's just gonna be sweet because you coming in there and I'm just trying to get out the cold, I'm gonna make you have to chase my ass too. I'm not fucking playing with you. You gonna have to chase my ass too. Best believe that shit. Cause it's my fucking land, you know? And y'all abusing me and it's the last of that shit. I'm not playing with y'all. You feel me? Ain't no fucking fear. You gonna have to earn that shit. You feel me? Best believe that shit. Know that. But everybody else that's in here and shit, you know what I mean? Roxanne, for real, I'm sending you positive energy though. You know, I'm just, you know my story a little bit more and everything. You know, since last time we talked, some of these other people in here don't. But you know what it was. Even when I was talking, last time I spoke to you, Roxanne, that was like January or February. Like they just dismissed my case again with my son. You get what I'm saying? So that was like, damn, that was like 5 months ago when I last spoke to you or whatever. You feel me? But a lot has happened since then. I'll probably email you and like tell you like a lot has fucking happened. Like literally just the other day, somebody got on a bus when I was on a bus and they cut the bus off at the last moment. We almost crashed the bus, me and the bus driver. You feel me? But I think the person did it on purpose though. I think it was like right after I got some help with some money or something like that. You feel me? But it'd be like all types of attacks that be coming my way. Like this shit like a video game. You feel me? Like for real. But I'm gonna tap in with y'all though. You feel me, Roxanne? Like this shit crazy. This shit crazy. I'm tired of being depressed, you know what I mean? He said, damn, these people be fucking crazy. Yeah, they did. They do, Roxanne. They definitely do. Like even right now, just me feeling this little bit of cold, like I'm already irritated. Like when I say I hate the cold with a passion, like I hate that shit. Like I don't even like the poo, you feel me? Like the poo, that shit makes me think about cold and homelessness and freezing and having to survive, not having nowhere to get out the cold. That's what that shit makes me think of. Like when people just be asking me to go in the poo and shit, I be getting irritated. Like for me to get in like cold water or the poo or something, it would have to be like the ocean, and it would have to be like on like a very, very, very like hot day where it's so hot, the water might damn near feel like it's not even cold. Like that's how much I hate the cold. Like I'm not fucking with it at all. But I'm gonna tap in with y'all though. I'm about to call my mama goddess. real quick. Give her some positive energy on this rising. I almost got on that bus and was like, you know, let me go and just fuck up this shopping center real quick. You know, but I'm gonna try to get some work out of this nonprofit organization real quick and see what it did. You feel me? I'm gonna try to see what's good. I really don't have the patience for that shit, but I'm gonna try to see what's good. Why not, right? Then they wonder why some of us get crazy right back at them. I hate the cold because I got a bunch of health issues. One of them being low circulation. Oh, you got low circulation? I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, the cold just be in the way, y'all. The cold just be in the fucking way. Like, the only natural season to the planet is summer. That's the only natural season, summer. Spring, fall, that shit is fake. Winter, that's like sub-zero technology. That comes from them, you know, cold, like them. You know, they like the cold and shit, the Caucasus Mountains and shit. They like that shit. It'll be like 20 degrees outside. They'll come out in some small ass shorts. Be just outside, chilling like it's summer. Cold as hell, like smiling and all. Like, we don't do that shit. We do not do that cold shit. And you got heart issues, breathing issues, low circulation. Dang, I'm not even gonna front though, Roxanne. I'm happy to talk to you though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm very happy to talk to you because you and me had some good conversations around the times when I was really going through a lot at that past storm. Like that shit in January, going towards the end of January, early February, that shit was crazy, y'all. That shit was crazy. I don't know how I survived that shit. That shit was crazy. But everybody around me, that shit was just nothing, another situation they don't give a fuck about. Me as a black man. You know, even my own people with us divided, they probably just watched me in their cars driving by me and knew whatever I was going to do. They ain't give a fuck. They ain't care, not one bit, because they worry about themselves, and that's how divided we are. You know? It's so sad. When you really, really, really know it and know the damage that's being done just off of our division, it's so sad. But I'm just happy Mother Nature is doing what she's doing right now, and she's shutting all this shit down. You know, that's the best thing that I'm happy about, that I'm grateful about. I'm not praying to no motherfucking Jesus. I'm not praying to no God in the sky, none of that shit. Nigga, I'm praying to my son. What you mean? I'm looking at it, y'all. I'm like, you see that ball, that gas giant in the sky? It's bringing everything back to me, and it's stopping all of this shit. It's stopping us from being abused by abusers. Don't matter if we want to act like we being abused by abusers or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know real reality, so I'm happy that real reality is coming in and nobody can stop it, you know? Because there's been so much damage that's been done to a lot of us black people. Like, a lot of our bloodlines need to be eradicated. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. You know, the damage has been so done, we see each other through the eyes of the complex cell organism. Like, a lot of black people are looking at other black people from through white eyes, you know? Through like what this system has done to us, indoctrinating us for how we respect each other and stuff like that. When really, you should look at a black person and respect them just because they got the same genetic makeup as you. Fuck whatever they're in the system, that's irrelevant. That's all prisoner of war abuse, you know? That's like post, you know what I mean? But we don't understand that because you know what I mean? We're being viewed like that. So we're viewing each other like that. You get what I'm saying? It's just psychological, because slavery never stopped. It's just psychological, y'all. Always remember that shit. But psychological abuse is way worse than physical, you know? If I can get you to think in a certain way without putting my hands on you and get you to move how I want you to move because I was hitting you yesterday and raping you yesterday, that has psychological effects today, I got you, you know? I got you. I don't need to do anything more. If I can get the black woman, I can get her whole species, right? Anything in nature. All I gotta do is get the woman. If I can get the woman to believe in my dream, to get her to manifest what I want, whether she knows who she is or not. But if she knows who she is, it's gonna be hard for that to be done, right? Then I got her star seeds. I got her young black boys. I got her young black girls. I got her, you know? So that's how this happened. You know, I had to forgive my mom, you know? I had to forgive my mom. Me and my mom be having good talks now, right? You know, my mom is really pissed, y'all. Like, my mom is really pissed. Like, for real. like, my mom is really pissed because this shit dragged on too far. Like, this shit wasn't supposed to go out like this, as long as it did. Damn, Roxanne. I damn near passed out yesterday because my heart was racing and I couldn't breathe. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, Roxanne. Make sure you drink water though. I'm still feeling it, but I'm not feeling it as badly as I was yesterday. Yeah, you just gotta be positive. You know what I mean? Like one of the best things like I tell all y'all is like, don't be emotionally connected to this shit. Because if you get emotionally connected to this shit, somebody will probably make you hurt them, or like you'll end up being like reactive or something that's not even a real problem, but that's deemed of because of how we're being enforced to live. You know what I'm saying? So you can't like tap too much into like people's like, you know, because a lot of people don't even know what the fuck they living in. I'm being real. Like, there's just so much damage. So the people that are actually more aware, we look like we're more crazy. And don't let you be financially struggling and know the information. You already gonna look like you crazy, you know? Because people will think you crazy just because you're not a good enough slave. You know, that's another reason why I'm happy that all this is happening on the planet, because for the longest, that's how people ostracize people and control people. They're like, oh, you struggling financially? I'm gonna ostracize you and make you seem like you're doing something wrong, when really those people was never doing nothing wrong. You know, you was never doing something wrong just because you wasn't able to be a good slave on a planet that has to be ran around abuse. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the reality of it. You hear what I'm saying? And so a lot of people are seeing this now, and it's just so beautiful, y'all, because all of this shit that I spoke about, all of this shit that I was speaking about, like, everybody is saying now. Like, it's people in those positions. Basically what I'm saying is people that would make me seem like I was crazy, or no matter how professional they was, it's people that's in them same positions as them, or even better, making more money, that's talking about these issues. So basically people that they would either respect or be forced to respect, that's talking about these issues. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no running no more. There's no just blaming a homeless person and telling a homeless person to work harder, or laughing at a homeless person because they see the world clearer than you do, because you know you gave your time more to just this without complying, without, you know. The whole thing is the awareness. If you don't know that you're in slavery, you don't even know how to battle it, because you think it's what you're supposed to be doing, you know. That's why awareness is everything. That's why awareness is everything, y'all. What they say, what do they say? The revolution won't be televised, right? You see everybody and how they changed up with dealing with the sun, but at the same time, nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody wants to talk about everything else. But ain't nothing more powerful and doing more. I don't want to say damage, because it's not damage. It's realization. It's reset. It's all good stuff. Ain't nothing doing more than that gas giant in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing doing more than what Mother Nature is doing right now, y'all. You know? Hold up real quick, y'all. Let me put my charger in real quick. I gotta find my little charger jump. Oh, here we go, y'all. And you can't break a God, man. You can't break a God. You can only try to slow a God down. When you come from the mother of our life, and you know who you are, there's no fear. You just start seeing life differently. You know what I'm saying? You start seeing these unnatural people differently. I'm like, it's all these motherfuckers around here that don't even belong. How did these motherfuckers get here? You know? Nothing in nature can describe you. Where the fuck do you come from? You feel me? I be on that shit proud now, y'all. And as we get closer, as that radiation increases, the more I'm on my I don't give a fuck shit. You feel me? I'm matching that energy of the sun. You feel me? What you say, Roxanne? I hate to say it, but there's too much hate going on in the world for everybody, and it really needs to stop. Family. We got Jewish DNA in us without them screaming about it. If you don't mind me asking, Roxanne, you're the complex cell organism, right? I think I asked you before, but I don't remember if you melanated or if you just regular melanin. Regardless, whatever you are, positive energy your way. You feel me? But if I'm getting what you're saying, and you're saying that they're yelling at you because you're basically saying you have animal DNA, that's because your own species don't want to face who they are, and they've been like that since they've been on the planet. You get what I'm saying? That's why that's so. You know, if that's what you meant, but that's why that's so. But you can't. I'm not gonna say you can't get mad at it. You definitely have the right to get mad at it, because like I said, like, it's fucked up. Like I told you, like I'm mad. I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad at y'all species. I'm not mad at y'all species for abusing me, because I know that was just in y'all DNA. But I'm mad at your species for turning their backs. I told you before, but turning their backs amongst y'all, like to live amongst us. Like the first versions of y'all that are in Europe and stuff, and some of them aren't even human beings. Some of them are shapeshifters and shit. But the ones even that's of your genetic makeup that's in like Europe and shit like that, and Britain and all of that, like they knew what the fuck they was on when they made y'all live with us. They knew what that was gonna do. They was like, you know, everything's gonna be more believable. You know? So it was like, they knew that shit. Now fast forward, like what you just said, Roxanne, it's like a lot of y'all are seeing the truth. Like everybody's seeing the truth on both sides. Now as y'all seeing the truth, y'all calling y'all moms and dads out, and y'all grandmothers and grandfathers like, you know, like we not even natural, we not even supposed to really be on the planet, but we have protection from the ozone layer. You know, that was like for us to be humble, because we was never protected from this shit. How could we continue the genocide that got this punishment playing out? But yeah, so yeah, basically y'all calling y'all parents out and they don't like it. But I like that though, because that just shows how what's real will always come back. Not even just from the nature standpoint, but people, you know, you have free will, and even if you're unnatural, that don't mean you gotta be in that thought process. And a lot of y'all are in that thought process. So that's what's up. That's what's up that you did that. You did that to your mom and dad. That's what's up. How you doing today, God? Good to see you, brother. You know, because a lot of y'all calling y'all own species out. You know. And they get mad. They get mad at y'all when y'all do that. But that's happening all over now. You know how much white people, any version of the eukaryotic cell, you know, Asians, regular Europeans, regular Arab people, anybody with blue veins, like a lot of y'all are calling y'all species out, you know, and they're mad at that because that's the energy that's on the planet. A lot of y'all are younger and y'all like, look, I see what my people did to these people. This is wrong, and that's just a beautiful thing that y'all calling it out. Because let me tell y'all, it's not even just the fact that y'all calling it out that's speaking volumes, but it's the standpoint that y'all the youth calling it out. You get what I'm saying? Because while y'all calling it out as the youth, right? There's grown adults on both sides, organic and inorganic. There's adults on both sides that's acting like they still can't comprehend what's going on. You get what I'm saying? So y'all shining a light on them for the ignorance that they're protecting. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so beautiful. It's doing like double things. You know? Because people are starting to look at it like, wait a minute. If this is basic information that you can put together and see what's going on, then what's going on with the adults? How come the adults can't see the wrongness in this? Or is it the adults are trying to act like they don't see it, but they see it? You feel me? That's where we at. Yeah, so it's beautiful. And there's no level of cognitive dissonance at all stopping truth now, or the people that's being used to bring out truth. You know? You said I'm Irish, Italian, Jewish, Polish, French, and Spanish. Yeah. And there's a whole chunk of my DNA missing because we don't know nothing about my biological grandpa side. I call them out for oppressing black people, and I call them out when they try to say their ancestors ain't go through nothing. Yeah. Yeah, I know, because it's like really what it is, man, but I really got such a big heart for people like you, though, because it's like y'all are like the light for y'all species. And again, I hate to say it, but it's the youth, though. You know, because the youth is seeing, the youth in general, regardless of your genetic makeup, the youth is on some shit where it's like, I'm calling out all lies. That's what the youth is doing. The youth ain't playing about that because the youth is seeing so much damage and us not addressing these issues without a lot of them knowing the changes on the planet that are like, this is what it's going to take for this to change. But what they don't realize is Mother Nature's already doing it, you know? She's already doing it right now. Like, it's already started. We're in the process of it right now, you know? And the thing is, right, like, those are just some of you melanated beings that got off the bus, right? My son is Latino, but they're Filipino or Vietnamese. They got the same genetics as a Latino person, right? And this is why, no disrespect to Filipino or Vietnamese people, right? But sometimes, like, I be feeling like even Filipino and Vietnamese people ain't even like the same genetics as Latino people, but I know it's a lack of awareness, though. But very few, y'all can say whatever y'all want about Latino people, but very few Latino people, if I respect their divinity for them being organic, will ignore me. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, when I try to respect a Filipino person, a Vietnamese person, they act more white. And I'm not saying it's not black people that act white out here or Latino people that act white out here. But for the majority standpoint, as the organic people, they don't get more organic than the black people and the Latino people. Like, for real, this shit really about us and shit. And like, this shit in a way will be having to do it. And you already know, I've seen everything first. I was kicked out at 13 and fighting the force system. Yeah, so you see a lot of the forces system and stuff. It's crazy. I'm having like a little flashback. It was something I was viewing yesterday, and someone said something. Oh no, yeah, it was shout out to Leah. Shout out to Leah. She helped me out yesterday, and her heart was like golden. But she said that she was I think she said she worked with CPS. And I don't think that she had no idea what I'd be speaking about and stuff. But I wish that I could meet her again. I almost wish I could have left her with my tag to look, you know. But I know what's going on with them and how they really snatching up kids. They are in cahoots with each other and shit, you know. That's why CPS, you think about it, if you know that the judicial system is against organic people, every jail is filled with a black and Latino person in every state. And you know that CPS is like in cahoots with the judicial system. Why wouldn't you think that it would be genocidal shit going on with them? The judicial system is evil and designed against us. So of course, CPS would be, or of course they would be going right along with snatching up children, right? I mean, it's just certain stuff. You can see the common sense in it. You use your brain, you think, you know? Like, this whole shit is like fake as shit, you know, for real. So it's like, it's provoking, but
Route 29 and Willow Drive.
It's the best time to be alive. This is how real it is for me, and this is what I tell myself. I tell myself, like, I don't have, and this is what I want y'all to tell yourselves too, regardless of any level of success you have financially or anything. My problem really ain't problems. Because the only problems I have is money problems. Right? That's it. And that's not real problems because that has to be enforced, you know? That has to be protected. You know what I'm saying? You notice how all this stuff that's not natural, like it has to be like protected because it'll automatically fade out. But the stuff that's supposed to be here, or organisms, right? Whether we're talking about people, any other type of organisms, ideology, a certain way of life in which organisms live and stuff, you know, that carries on and keeps carrying on. Elephants are always going to live how elephants live, you know? They don't change up every couple of years and say, all right, I'm living like this, you know what I mean? An elephant always does what an elephant does. A lion does what a lion does, you know? So it's like, to really see all this play out and how this it's eye-opening, but it's the time for, regardless of whatever individual success that we have, for us to love on each other. I tell all Black and Latino people, keep loving on your brother and sister. They don't like that shit. And I tell all people that's unnatural, that see the wrongness and how y'all been forced to live, right? Y'all been forced to live because y'all wasn't told, just like how we wasn't told. And we both like forgot who we are and stuff. Like, keep standing on righteousness, you know? Don't hate yourself because the other organism you are that's connected to all the genocide and the destruction and death that they've been causing on the planet. Don't want to hurt yourself because of that, you know? You're important. You know, you can still go about bringing change. It just shows you how important it is to tell the truth, because a lot of people don't think in a moment of them manipulating off a lie how detrimental it could be. You know, they don't think about it. I know the mother of my child, when she was in the mix of her lives and stuff, you know, cheating on me and thinking she was getting over on me because I wasn't confronting stuff head on. She probably didn't think it was going to get to a point where, whether she alienated me from my child or not, she'd never see me again, and I would never see her in any form of light of respect at all. You know, but she caused that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could only do so much before the reality of whatever it is brings it to a stop. So then my family do like to make fun of how I talk, because mind you, I apparently ended up taking up an accent just because I lived primarily around Black people, and in the country, in the time I've been moving around. No, facts. Nah, I feel you, Roxanne. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, it feels good to talk to you and know that you're still like alive and stuff, for real. Cause we was talking about some deep stuff about like a lot of depression and stuff. You was even helping me, you know? See, the thing is, a lot of us be looking for medicine and stuff like that. Not even realize. It's so painful because I know, like, not even realizing our medicine is our children. It's our children. It's our children. And we don't even see that shit. It's our children. That's the medicine, y'all. That's the medicine, you know? That's the medicine, it's our children. That's why they're the main attack. That's why, you know, they're the most pure. Without the damage being done to them, they could make this world beautiful again, you know? But then they got the nerve to playing out these lies, doing shit like this. You know what I mean? You know, still spraying. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm gonna try to, hold up. Well, y'all can't see it. I'm trying to zoom in on it, but y'all can't see the sky from the phone. But they spraying the skies and shit again. You know? They spraying the skies again, y'all. They spraying them skies again. You know, so it's like, it's really bad. Man. What be messing me up, but I gotta tell myself, I gotta be strong. Like, I gotta think about it, like how much children was snatched up yesterday in every state, while we was just worried about whatever we was worried about, you know? Shit like that is mind-boggling to me. It's my
Visual functionality. Route 610.
I can tell you're from personal experience. And drugs they prescribe just numbs that shit. And truthfully, I'd rather keep my humanity and feel nothing at all. You feel me, Roxanne? You feel me? I'm telling you. And what's so crazy about it is it's not even like, you know, the stuff that I talk about that most people don't know. Like, you don't even got to be talking about that stuff. For real, you just got to be acting in any way that they don't want you to act, I swear. That's why, like, the mental hospital and all of that shit, they're worse than the regular hospitals. All a mental hospital is, for real, mental asylum or whatever it's called or whatever, all that shit is a excuse for them promoting the fact that they're giving you drugs to make your situation worse and make you more crazy than before you entered. You was actually probably sober when you entered. Not literally sober if you was on drugs, but like mind state, meaning clear, like able to see correctly, you know, to whatever degree, how deep it was, you know. Then all of a sudden you get in that bitch, they give you some shit, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You're not even thinking with your mind no more. And if it come, you questioning the stuff that you normally knew to be truth, that you wouldn't normally question. You feel me? They'll fuck you up. I wouldn't dare let them fuck with me. You feel me? I wouldn't dare. I don't care how much then like that's part of the game also, because it's like, think about it. Like, majority of this shit is ran off lies that people believe the truth, right? So majority of people, you know how they say like the people that seem crazy, they're not really crazy. They're just one out of the people that know what's going on, right? So they know. Remember, this shit was strategically set up like this. So you think that you can't tell me that they didn't know, y'all, that as soon as other people or any one person out of the rest would see stuff clear, that they would start to feel like they're more crazy just by that alone, and everyone else capitulating and not battling or even speaking up to how the degree that they are. Like, they know that's how that would start to feel. It would start to feel like a mental health attack. You know what I mean? So it'll make it that much easier if you can't even see past that, now that you have some information, to know that that's a setup like that. And that's one of the things that they wanted you to first feel once you see stuff for how it is around everybody that's still going along. You know, they knew that shit, you know? And they would bank on it, hoping that, like, you know, it'll go a notch further, because you don't really not knowing what you're living in, but you're starting to see it, but you still questioning stuff, and you question the right person that'll be like, I know it's a lot of stress going on in your life. You know, let's just go to the hospital and let's just see if some medicine will help you, because you've been going through a lot of serious things, problems that's not even real problems. You've been going through a lot of serious things, you know? They'll fuck you up. Like, you really got to see past that shit. So that's good that you see that, Roxanne, because these people are crazy. They're dangerous as shit. Like, even when, and I'm going to tell you how much attack that shit feels like to me. Even when my mom be mentioning that shit to me and shit. Because my mom, she knows who she is, but she don't know who she is to the degree that I know who I am. You know what I mean? And that feels like an attack, because remember, that's the mother of our life. She should know who she is more than me knowing who I am. The reason why I didn't know who I was because she didn't know who she was. You get what I'm saying? It's like on that type of tip. So literally, it's just so much, y'all. It's just so much. Honestly, it's so much. I could tell you from personal experience. You said, I've had my grandma look at me like I was crazy just because I use primary black hair care products because of how long my hair is and how harsh the water and air is. Facts. I'm gonna be real, like,
Stringfellow Road and Westbrook Drive.
I'm gonna tell you some real spill, Roxanne. I really want you to hear me clearly when I tell you this, right? I'm not telling you what I'm about to tell you from an emotional standpoint. I'm not telling you from an attached feeling standpoint. I'm telling you this because I love you from like a species standpoint. You matter, right? Even if you was created, like, you matter, right? So with what's happening with your species right now, I kind of, you know what I be speaking about and stuff, and you can't change what makes you up or the changes that's taking place on the planet. But basically what I'm saying is, they're about to get more dangerous, and if not already, and even more so because you're a little bit more aware of stuff and why stuff is, who's being attacked because of who they are and everything like that. Your people, your own people and your own family will ice you out in a second. That's the biggest thing known by your species. Like, the moment you see how much white people are talking about, they're tired of white people. You know, it's talking about how dangerous the white man is, all it is. And you see the level of cognitive dissonance that's picked up with y'all, still trying to ignore stuff, while more of y'all own people are calling yourselves out about what y'all done on the planet and having us live and having yourselves live to get to us, right? All of this. So if your family is aware of some of the stuff that you speak to with me and are aware about, really watch your back. Because while their anatomy is breaking down, whatever animal they share the most of their DNA with, they're changing into percentage-wise. And like each one of those animals, regardless of trying to express themselves individually, and that's creating a erratic mind state because of how y'all made up, where it's gonna cause for them to be more rambunctious, like more hostile. You feel me? Like, this is something that I'm telling all organic people for us to know and keep an extra eye out with what's happening with y'all species. But even all y'all selves that are seeing what's going on, to deal with your species in a better manner. Or even you yourself, if you get a random feeling to want to hurt some people, you know what it is yourself, and you would know to remove yourself to the best that you can to not hurt anybody, because you know it's because of your DNA. You really must understand this, because this is why even when I'm talking to 9 and 8 and stuff, and one of the main questions they ask me, y'all, is this. They be like, do you feel unsafe right now? Are you in a safe place? And they get mad at me every time I answer it the truthful way. And I'm like, I'm not going to answer it from an ignorant standpoint. I'm going to answer it from the reality, logically, of what I'm living in and what's going on. They're like, are you safe? I'm like, no, I'm not safe. And they're like, they act all confused. And I'm like, it's unnatural people around me. I'm like, their anatomy is shutting down more day by day, and they're going to become more dangerous. And as they're becoming more dangerous and their frontal lobes are being fried, they can attack any organic person or even a random person that they own. Like, it's going to be more of a chance. You know, they shut down more and more. So no, I'm not safe, because they're not talking about this. But even if they do talk about it, the indoctrination is so bad that I guarantee if they said, oh, unnaturally to not come outside because of what the sun is doing to them, they would still come outside, because their ego overrides their discernment. You know, they see each other looking as red as they're looking outside right now. Would you think that's stopping them from coming outside? They're like, oh, it's going to happen to me. Or like, if it is going to happen to me, I'm still not going to give in and show these natural people that I don't belong here. I'm going to keep coming outside until I die out, you know? Like, they know that they're not supposed to be outside, and they just coming outside still with the sombreros and the hats, you know? And the shades and shit. Like, it's crazy. I think that a lot of them think, though, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I think a lot of them think that if they exercise a bit, they drink water, some of them might even think if they raise their frequency that it's gonna change their anatomy. I think some of them really think that, because there's people that's talking about frequency, but they're not talking about the genetics. Like, they don't understand, like, this is a species thing. It's a reason why I got the same genetic makeup as my species, and you got the same genetic makeup as your species, because we're connected to your species. It's not about us individually. And everybody is connected to your species that played a part, and whatever part that they played, and all that is being dealt with. You know? And so I love y'all, I value y'all, man. Like I said, all my homeless people, especially if you're organic homeless, you know, but even if you're not, just know this might be the last winter. If it's not this one, it's the next one. But the fact that this summer was already like 2 times hotter than last summer, and with the level of distractions that they're throwing out in a short period of time because of the sun activity, how it's speeding up, and the complications, the residual effects that people are having, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be the last winter. And already how cold it's getting now, like really fast, and we're not even in September yet. Remember, it really don't start getting like this till September. The fact that it's getting like this now lets me know, y'all, they're going to try to freeze the shit out of us this winter. They're going to try so hard. They're going to try to kill us. They bring out all the cold weather this winter. I appreciate it, Reflection. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Like, I ain't gonna front. You can read the energy, right? Y'all see how fast he said he greeted me? Really racist as hell. He wanted them organic people that he act white. He wanted them organic people. You know, and that shit hurt my heart. I always give him respect, you know? Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, guys. Y'all Latino, right? My son half Puerto Rican, half Dominican. Make sure y'all get a lot of sun. Y'all got green veins like me. Y'all convert sunlight into chemical energy. We about to have our land back, bro. We almost there. Enjoy y'all day. You and your starseed. You get what I'm saying? But that's how that worked, though. You see that the bus driver acted like that, and right when I get off the bus, I see some Latino guys. That was a Latino guy with his starseed, with his son. You know, going on a bop real quick. You see how that worked? You see how that got counterattacked? Y'all see how fast that got counterattacked? Like I was just telling you, I just gave the Latino guy love on a bus, but he heard what I was speaking about and he was offended. So if you heard his voice on a bus, because I was speaking so much truth, it was offending him because he's not trying to grow, right? That's why I felt like attack, and that's why it made him even say, it's like he didn't want to disrespect me. He know he don't got a reason to disrespect me. But you heard how fast he said what he said. Like he said it fast, like, all right, hurry up and get out the bus, you know? Like he didn't really want to say it, but he could not say it because it's just positive energy. But as soon as I get off that bus, not even 30 seconds, I see 2 Latino guys that counterattack that whole information. He was completely different, smiling and everything, happy as another organic person, greeting him as an organic person. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like what frequency is you on, you know? It's like if you're trying to grow or not, that's what it matters. Like what is you really on, you know? But like I said, this shit beautiful though, yo, cause it's like, man, like I waited this shit. I felt the worst of this system, so I'm seeing this shit crash. Best believe, ain't no me not being clean of a certain amount or not having a certain amount of money not stopping me, or me being alienated from my child. Ain't none of that shit stopping me from making it to the next day when I come from the black woman. I don't give a fuck how much pain I feel. Y'all gonna have to kill me. You know, give me freedom and give me death type shit. You feel me? For real. I'm one of them ones. Like I can't be controlled and manipulated like the average black person out here, because I'm not manipulated around pussy. I'm not manipulated around money. I don't care about being liked. Like all the stuff that makes people be fake, I don't give a fuck about. You know? We the realest people on the planet though, because you know you're gonna get what you get. You know, I'm not trying to deal with you for anything you have or none of that shit. I don't give a fuck. You know? Like if I rock with you, I rock with you. I'm already alone. I don't got nobody. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all gotta chill with friends and shit just to feel whole, you know? I be by myself feeling whole, you know? Real shit. So it's a good time to be black, you feel me? Like I'm happy for this shit. We been through a lot, you feel me? This shit Gucci, you know? My sun shining, that shit like a little sun massage, how that shit feeling on my skin, you know? The fact that I'm seeing some people like, man, this sun feel good as shit. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. Hey, I ain't even about to cross the street. I'm about to walk this whole median just to get this shit direct like this real quick. Hold up. This shit feel good. See, this is shit I be on. Like a lot of y'all probably couldn't do this. Just walk in the median and walk all the way down the median when it's traffic on both sides. like you probably would feel embarrassed, probably be nervous of people looking at you. You know, most people would be like, when you gotta present something to your classmates, and the teacher be like, "It's your time to present," and then you get up and then you be nervous because you don't want to present it to your whole class. I get up and I present that bitch exactly how I want to present it. Ain't no nervousness. I don't give a fuck. You're gonna take it how you take it. You feel me? Nah, this shit feel good though. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, that shit feel good. That shit feel good. That shit feels so good. I feel like that was a reminder. Hey, I gotta start sunbathing off the early again in the sunniest spot. Cause that shit just feel too good right now. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. That shit feel good as shit. I gotta start sunbathing in certain spots. Again, like more. I just don't be doing it because I be outside all the time. So I already be getting more than like 10 hours of the sun. And let these people go. Because they want to drive. No, just go. You was speeding. Just go. Just go. Just go. You good. You good. You was already speeding. Just go. If I snap on you. Bitch ass, go. These motherfuckers is annoying. I'm about to throw this coffee at his fucking car. At his window, fuck up his visor. Just keep it moving, yo. Niggas be irking me. Doing too much. Y'all know how people do that? Like, it's like you be crossing the street and they in a car and they know you trying to cross the street and they try to speed up and shit. And then when you just let them go, then they be want to let you go when they know that they was trying to speed up and make it hard for you to cross the street. You know? It'd be type shit like that. Like the younger me, I would have just whipped out and been like, now get the fuck out that bitch. You feel me? Stolo. You feel me? See, I'm not trying to think like that no more though. I'm not trying to think with that mind state. You know? Trying to think proper. These kids that watch my shit and shit. I'm going through my emotions though, you know? Y'all can't blame me. I'm living a day. I'm living every day as a homeless person. You know? I don't got nowhere to sleep and shit, nowhere to shower and shit. You feel me? Can't be mad at me. Most of y'all wouldn't be in the state that y'all was in if y'all wasn't able to be as clean as y'all can be for whatever reason. If y'all wasn't able to have a good job enough, whether you like that job or not, y'all would be in a more detrimental state. Not because you can't live without money and stuff like that, but because we're in a monetary system, you know? It don't matter how much you can survive like regular without this system and stuff. It's not like you're doing that while the system is completely gone and you could go about that exact. It's like trying to do that while the system is up and still stuff you can't do because they got money connected to you whether you have it or not. You know what I'm saying? And then the laws and stuff like that. All the fake shit. You know, they still spraying the hell out of these guys right now. Like I'm about to show y'all briefly and shit. They spraying the hell out of these guys right now. You know? I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how a lot of y'all, I know my anatomy's changing faster because, yeah, I just don't even know how y'all still even doing it no more. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, I don't even know how y'all still doing it. Like, I don't care how anybody says it, because people like to spin. One of the things I notice about realism is I don't care how y'all spin it. There's only a certain level of degree that you can spend money and give it value. You know what I'm saying? When it was meant to destroy us, and it did the most deepest genocide to us. Longevity of us killing each other off of it, losing ourselves off of it, using it to attack each other, staying divided off of it. You know what I'm saying? But that one thing that was never here, right? We never dealt with. That for some reason, that one thing be the one thing that people be trying to give power to in a way to say it of value while the rest of this system is still up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be looking at people like, all right, tell your little story about it of how it holds value as if it was always here, just because we're abused by it and it's connected to everything. Whether if you don't have it, you know, I don't care how positive you are, certain stuff that you're not going to have, that's going to create confusion, or not confusion, but agitation, you know, because it's certain stuff that you're just not going to have. You're not going to be the cleanest person or clean how you normally would be without money. You're just not, you know. You're not going to be able to eat whenever you want to eat, or maybe even eat the best, because, you know, fruit and stuff is kind of more expensive, right? You know, you're going to be attacked by the weather, you know. You know, the weather is more random than ever right now with them not being able to stop the changes taking place on the planet, that everybody doesn't fit their DNA. You know, like you're gonna be affected by all of this shit. Harassment by the police just because you're neuromelanated. Like, you know, just everything. Like everything this comes with it. So nah, like, yeah, you can't bless the genocide, right? You know, and I don't think people realize that. It might be passed out of people's head, but people bless the genocide. You know, there's no way of choosing just because you like. Basically what I'm trying to say is, you could have a job that you like shit. And this ain't to disrespect anyone or anything. I'm saying this in general. But you could have a job that you like shit, that's of value, and or you know, you're doing the most of that job, right? But guess what? It's still slavery. You know what I'm saying? You're still doing it for $1 and connected to the resources like that you shouldn't, but you're forced to. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm talking about. Like anything that you're doing in that way for that $1, whatever, you can't look at it like it's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to see it like that shit for what that shit really is. You feel me? You got to see it for what that shit really is. You know, so that's all I'm saying. I appreciate that guy that said so much. Grand Rising, Supreme. You know, so that's all I'm saying. Because I know it'd be some people, hey, peace, God, how you feeling today, brother? I know it'd be some people that be saying it like, you know, in a way of just because it is what it is, or if theirs is more of genocide for the collective, you know what I mean? Like it's not what it is. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what it is. It's still the infringement of that, not for us, through our division. You know what I'm saying? It's still doing the same thing. So that's all I'm saying. That might be too much for a lot of people to fathom, but it's real though. Sadly, as you already know, I've been watching my back against them my whole life. What we did to y'all, some of it, not all. Cannot emphasize this enough at all. I mean, not all. We did to our own speed. Exactly, y'all did. Gassed each other and put each other in concentration camps, even lynched each other. Yeah. And that's good, Roxanne, that you know that, because, yeah, a lot of that stuff. Y'all ate each other too. And in the caves, you know, because y'all share DNA with a pansexual animal, you know, animals, you know what I mean? That's why this is so. And, you know, they would eat the female babies, you know what I mean? And want to keep the male babies. The white man complex over the head, you know? There's death some in the air with all these celebs dying too. Dolly Parton just died yesterday. Who's Dolly Parton? Who's that? We still kill each other, eat each other. Yeah, I know it never stopped. I know. That's so crazy. Y'all still eat each other, but through our division and us living amongst each other as the masses and all the kids being snatched up every day. Yeah, y'all are eating us too. So like our adrenochrome, it's life in the blood, our totiponin stem cells, the black woman and stuff. Nah, this shit is going, it's really wicked. But you can't, what do you call it though? You can't, I don't know, like even though I'm talking to y'all about this and stuff, like I still be like, I be in and out, you know? Because I'm so numb from it and how much I struggle. It's like, y'all gotta forgive me, man. I be giving y'all truth, but I be so in and out because I'm in so much pain on a regular day basis. That's the main reason why I'm happy that this shit is almost over, because it's not right. It's not right at the level of you know, even y'all hurting as unnatural people because of y'all forcing this ideology on everyone. Like, it's not fair for anybody. And there's some parts of my DNA people hate the fuck out of, especially the Italians and Jews. Basically, Dolly Parton was the Michael Jackson. Oh, he was a country singer?
Yes.
I hate most country music, but I love. Oh, it's a female. Oh, I think I did hear her name before, Dolly Parton. I heard her name. If I see her, I'll probably be like, I seen a picture of her before or something. I remember the Dolly part. She's like a Tim McGraw or something like that on that level. Yeah. Why do you mention her though? What about Dolly Parton? You said she just passed.
Germany.
Dang, so she was like the Michael Jackson of country music.
Yeah, no problem. We'll see you then. Bye.
Dang, bless her heart. How did she pass, or how did they say that she passed? You know, you gotta ask that with Hollywood, right? I'm not saying she could have just died of old age or something, but how did she pass? How did they say that she passed? Cancer. She was 80. Yeah. Man, that's something else. Like, every time like I hear that, it just hits me different because like my dad was taken from me from cancer, and it's like it's weird. Like whenever I hear that word, it's just so weird. You know, it's so weird. That word just like I don't know, it like rubs me wrong. And you know what's even more weirder about it, right? Obviously, this is different, but you know like how it's like how certain stuff where it either sounds the same but has a different meaning. It's almost like on that concept. So like, obviously we talking about cancer, like smoking cancer, all that, right? But my son's a cancer, right? The fact that my son is a cancer, like zodiac wise, like I'm like, why my son gotta be? What's that word, cancer? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why my son a cancer? But everybody be telling me that he's gonna help me on the emotional side because people seem to think like that I'm not emotional. That's how my grandpa died. He got cancer. To be real with you, Roxanne, I think I might have cancer. I'm not gonna lie, cause I got like a lower lump on my what they say, it's like a node or something, like a bump like on my lung. It might be the start of it. I don't know. I really need to get my vitals checked and everything. Even more so because, like I just told you, I just almost had a heart attack. Damn, I haven't seen this guy in a long time. Damn, he probably don't even remember me. Damn. How you doing today, brother? You remember me?
Yeah, I remember you.
Man, bro, it's been yeah. How you been? Peace to you and yours, bro. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, man.
You see the locks got longer and everything, you feel me? You got taller too. I swear you wasn't this tall, bro. Was you? You might have been.
Yeah.
But how your family and everything? Everybody good?
Yeah, man.
So I had my first child in 2020. I appreciate that reflection. And long story short, I've been fighting for him the past couple of years, you know, all that type of situations. And I've been making the best out of it. Just trying to keep my head up. I got my younger brother coming here. I don't know if you remember him from years ago, but I got him coming here now. He's doing good. He's staying focused. I'm happy for him. And yeah, man, just trying to take it day by day. But when you met me,
Room, correct?
how long? It was like 10 years ago, right?
Damn near.
Yeah, I didn't.
2018.
They have to do it.
Yeah. I didn't know anything now. I studied genetics, bro. I know I might sound crazy. I really know about how great we are. I'm gonna just say that.
Yeah.
You know the shit happening though.
Yeah.
So it's so real. It's like all the stuff that we had like real talks. We came from real place. I remember we went on one job and some dudes tried to play. I think we went out DC or something.
Yeah, the girl.
Yeah, they tried to play with us. They gave us our money, but they tried to act funny at first.
The girl didn't even do the work.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
And the girl contracted to do the work. She brought her son in.
Yeah.
He came up there and saw a girl on the phone outside.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah. It's been so much that's happened over the years, but I'm just happy that, you know, everything is happening for us, man. Because we've been through so much, you know. Just to even see everything clear, how we've been forced to live and seeing what it's really been doing to us and the psychological effect of it, it's like bittersweet. Because it's like you're glad that it's changed or something's being done about it. But the shock of that, you've been living this life and it's deemed as regular reality. And the snap out of it, it's like, damn, what the fuck was I doing? And see it clear, it's like you gotta keep your mental right and stuff, balance it out. You know, but how other people are acting around us off of a lot of this stuff, they already knew. But they acted like they didn't know because they was benefiting off of everything, right? They're feeling more intimidated around us now. More offended. So protect your energy, bro. And I'm gonna say this one thing I study. As the anatomy right now, they're gonna get more violent. If you see anyone unnatural and you feel like they're about to spaz out and you don't know, bro, make that first move. But you gotta get away, defend yourself, don't play with it because they're not, you know, they never really been civil people. But we were just divided and this shit was able to flourish. But as what's happening to them now and they can't control it, you see they're getting more violent because of the sun is agitating them on a cellular level. And that has no limit. No limit. You know, like that thing with that white lady killing her children. And I'm like, how they rooting for her and stuff, as if she didn't do anything bad. And they're not going to say it's from a DNA standpoint what's happening on the planet right now. Where's people standing up for us off of these past hangings? That's happened 3 or 4 times in less than a month. And they should be jumping out there like that for us. But, you know, they're not going to do that shit, really. So it's crazy, man. But I'm happy you well and you healthy and everything. You ain't had no more kids or anything?
Nah, man. My kids are grown.
Yeah, you never know. It could pop up another one randomly. But that's what's up, though. That's what's up. Your kids are well and all of that. Mm-hmm. He said, I'm pretty sure my heart issue is slowly killing me. I can't get any meds for it. Can't afford to get it checked. Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, like, how are you eating? What's like your eating habits? Yeah. No, for a fact. Yes, bro. We in the last days. We in the last days, bro.
We kind of been that way for a while since the 90s.
Yeah.
If we go back and really look, we've been in those days.
For a while, yeah. You look at the stuff that was occurring that was showing how we should have really paid attention to it. Yeah, that's real, bro. It's definitely real. Yeah. Right. But the most funniest thing about it is like when you hearing people talk about it and they're like,
so the job is actually in Ashburn. I mean, do you want to drive and see? Do you want me to see if he'll give you like something for gas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't afford to get it checked, and that mainly has forced me to see how much they don't care about those who don't have as much advantage as their money is now. I can't be really digest much anymore. I can't eat a food meal. It's crazy that you say that because that's kind of like how I am also. I mean, mine is probably for different reasons. I don't know. No, it could be for the same reasons because.
Okay. Just confirming. I'll let you know that.
Because at the end of the day, stress does that, right? Like I'm gonna be real with you, just in my situation and stuff. When I wake up, I can't. The first thing I'm gonna be real. First thing when you wake up, that's healthy. That you know you're healthy is like you're supposed to want to take a shit. Like it's when the proper, like you're digesting properly, your bowels are moving properly. I can't even do that when I wake up. I gotta wait for a store to open. I can't just get up and just, well, it's different for a piss, because, a man can piss anywhere, but you hear what I'm saying, though, like, I'm not, the certain stuff of waking up that I normally would be on during my situation and what I'm dealing with and fighting for my son, I'm not able to do, and it definitely like affects like my day, you know, getting started and stuff. 'Cause it's like my regular, right? But yeah, no, it's the same thing with me though. But I really don't eat at all, really. You know, like put like this, like me drinking this right now, it's like me self-sabotaging. Like I don't even drink coffee, but I'm drinking coffee. I had a nerve to put some sugar in it also. You know, my body might have a reaction in a little bit, but it's like I'm just trying to just cope with everything. That child alienation is something else. No, I'm pretty sure it mostly is stress. Yesterday morning I couldn't remove it all. When I woke up. Yeah. All right, but I'll say this though, Roxanne, and like whenever I speak to you about like your personal situation, it was, I don't know, whenever I speak to you, it's always at like a special time. I don't know if you remember, but last time we spoke it was like the end of January, right? Early February. It was like I had court February 5th, and I was in the telly. I didn't even have money for that, but I was in the telly. And during me in that telly, like I literally I got my court date like 8 minutes late, and they dismissed it. It was something else that you was talking to me about though that I wasn't sure. It was something you were saying. It wasn't with your grandpa. It was what was it? But I'm proud of you though, because like I said, I talk about all the time how children are important and stuff like that. To me, no disrespect to you, but you basically like a child to me. Like I'm 34, so I look at like a regular like 20-year-old girl, like even 21. That's still like a kid to me, off of like me being older. So you're being like, we about to be like 19, right? 18, 19. Like you first tell me about your situation and how you're going about it and stuff. Like I really feel sorry for you, because I see it from so much angles, of like so much different angles, but it's all messed up stuff that's out of your control. But you're dealing with it the best you can, and that's real. It was the family issues I was having. Yeah, I kind of remember. I kind of remember the stuff that you was telling me. You about to turn 18 in 3 months. Yeah, you gotta because I remember kind of like how you was telling me and stuff. Are you on something like you about to just rock? Or are you trying to like save up the rock? Or you got a plan? Or you like how you trying to go about it? Build a bond with and I'm telling you this from even like your standpoint of being unnatural. Like, first off, the fact that you can understand a lot of the stuff that I be talking about without getting offended or trying to attack me, that shows that you're trying to raise your vibration and your frequency to whatever you can, with the consequences that you got to face on a cellular level, right? That's something big. Like 1 out of 1,000,000 of y'all can do that. You know what I mean? So like that's really big. I'm proud of you for that. Remember, even like your depression stuff, you was telling me you're dealing with, like don't do nothing to yourself, Roxanne. You gotta hit my phone or whatever. I don't remember if I gave you my phone number or not. I think I just gave you my email. But you gotta hit my email. You know what I mean? You just need to vent or whatever. I won't say nothing. I'd rather you do that than like, you know what I mean? That goes somewhere else, because I'm looking at you from a standpoint as like a daughter standpoint, like how I would tell any young woman, like in general. Obviously I would tell you differently if you was a black woman, from a whole completely different standpoint, but just your life still matters though. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what that would look like to be unnatural and see the stuff that's happening with y'all, be able to fathom even someone from a different angle that's speaking about it, and know like the reason why they're acting this way, putting it together like that, you know? It's a lot of y'all that's doing that, and I feel sorry for y'all, because it's like y'all getting attacked by young people, ostracized. It's like defamation of character, because it's like, how dare you talk about what, you know, is the one rule, we don't talk about this, you know what I mean? You know, all us unnatural people, we don't talk about this, you know? I got a plan. I can't get a job yet because I don't have a work permit. But I don't think you need a work permit. You gotta be 18. Or maybe until you turn 18, yeah, you might need. But I'm working with my side hustles and stuff. Whatever those side hustles are that you're doing or whatever. I'm not judging you of any sort or anything. I'm just saying this from a generalization, but not knowing you though. Make sure whatever those side hustles, whatever that is of respect to yourself. And you coming into your womanhood, you know what I mean? You know, like make sure that whatever it is that you're on, that it's not something that's degrading to you or like your future self. You know what I'm saying? I know it might sound crazy to think about, but basically what I'm saying, think about yourself now having a daughter or a son. And whatever it is that you're doing as those side hustles, ask yourself, would you want your son or daughter doing that? Whatever that would be. And if you're fine with it, then you're good. If not, leave whatever that is alone. Because every good dollar ain't a good dollar, you know? I'm gonna stay on here with, let me see. I've been giving you more. Ain't nothing dangerous. I do not remember you saying that you messed with the music on that type of tip. Like you said that's so left field. The whole time you never said nothing about that? Or did you and I don't remember? Put me on game.
Yeah, we're located in Centerville.
You produce beats with one. What?
We have laborers that come here early in the morning and we'll connect with the workers and usually employers will pick up from
I'm like shocked right now. What type of, like, what's your like comfortable zone with that? Like, who's your favorite producer off break? Like you just saying that. Top 3. I'm curious. Producers that I like his stuff. You might not know him. I mean, you might, but you could check him out. My favorite producer all time is Knife Wonder. He's based out of North Carolina. And probably my second is Alchemist.
Right.
Like the Alchemist, and then
Okay.
my
Yeah,
third
okay.
would probably be like,
What would the rate of pay be then for this specific job?
I don't know why I'm thinking of someone off the top of my head that's almost in that category, like Alchemist, but they're different than Alchemist. It's like, but it would probably be someone like
I'm sorry, you said you would pay them a flat rate?
like Danger from like Griselda or something like that. Because Danger is like the Alchemist of my generation. Well, of the new generation, because my generation, Alchemist is Alchemist. I come from that generation. But like the younger generation, like the new Alchemist, is like Danger. He like make like them type of beats, like the kind of dark, you know what I mean? Like hip hop, boom bap, I guess you can say, but like nostalgia kind of type of beats.
Derek brought upstate New York back.
That, you know what I'm saying? You already know. You're going crazy. And I saw what he looked like. I'm like, damn, it's a white boy with glasses. Yo, cooking up.
The Alchemist could be related.
Right. When I first heard him, I was like, this can't be him. This got to be Alchemist. And I'm like, they sound too similar. As I work with rap and hip hop. I'm currently in contact with a small R&B. Always like R&B, so I feel you. I rock with it though, you know what I mean? I rock with it. You got my email. Shoot, if you got any drafts, anything you working on, you got to send me some stuff. Cause I mess with some R&B type beats. Like for instance, like me and the guys just now talking about that artist or the producer of the group of like, well, they not a group, but Griselda. They came in at the time. They basically like a group, even though they're individual. Conway dropped this freestyle on if you put in Conway the Machine and you put in Free, it's like he like rapping in the studio, but it's off that that Free song. I think, was it D Williams? I don't know who it was that sung it. I can't think off the top of my head, but that song Free or whatever, it's that sample, and like that's like an R&B feel. Like I be rapping on jumps like that. Like if I rap on an R&B beat, it'll be something like that, where it's like melodic, but it's still got that and where I can speak like my real spill, you know. It's crazy. I was just talking to your guy, and I forgot that I spoke with him about music and stuff too. I gotta talk to him because he's gonna be proud with who I'm in contact with now, because he remembers what I was going through then. But I didn't have a kid when I met him. I think I still, when I see him, I think I still have my BMW and everything. I still have my 740. I mean, currently. I'm sticking with small artists because I don't feel comfortable working with anyone bigger in the industry at my age, because I feel like I should let myself grow as a person. No, for a fact. I respect that for a fact. Yeah, for a fact. That's why even me, like, I ain't gonna front. Like, I've had, like, certain people that's contacted me where I could have went certain places by myself, just straight all in the open, and probably could have been on, but it would have came on. It would have came with something. And I felt the energy, and I didn't rock with it like that. Because that same here, I'm like, I know I'm talented. I know it's going to speak for itself. I know it's not about talent, but I'm not willing to do any off-the-wall stuff for any fast fame or money or anything like that. I struggled already enough in my life where some people would think like, oh, you struggle so much in your life, you would jump at this like that. But for me, it's really the opposite, because I've dealt with so much pain. Not saying that pain don't feel like it if I'm going through it, but it don't affect me the way it would a person like the first time dealing with something or anything like that. Because I kind of like phased out from like a lot of stuff I dealt with, like scar tissue, you know. Because like you look at all these young stars, child stars becoming drug addicts, alcoholics, and dying, and truth is I don't want to be like that. Yeah, I just thought about that one white boy. It hurt me. I saw a clip of him, and I forgot what show that he was on, but he's like really, really short. He's a white boy, and he's really, really short, but he was really, really funny. I think he was on like a sitcom or something in the 90s or something, but I forget his name. But you recently see him in Hollywood now and stuff, and he's like homeless and stuff, and he's been messed up so much from drugs and stuff that whenever he sees people, he's so hurt off of his stardom and where he's at now, that whenever he sees people that he knows, he brings up that show that he was on, and he's like, yeah, I used to be on this show. And of course that show, I can't think of the name of the show, but that show, everybody remembers it or whatever. And everybody remembers him from that show. So when he brings it up, everyone's like, oh yeah, you know, I remember you. But it's just so sad to see how, like, you know what I mean, ostracized he is from himself, that the only light that he gets is from talking to your person and saying, you know, them acknowledging him from him being on that show. Like, shit is so sad, you know? That shit hurt my heart. But yeah. But yeah, no, that's a good approach to take with it though. That's definitely a good approach to take. But you definitely gotta send me some beats to my email though. Like just some regular Jones, and you should have some lower stash. You should have some lower stashies. And I'm gonna tell you from a music standpoint, you gotta always be prepared. You should have some lower stashies where, like, if somebody like what you on, you can just send them a lower demo or a lower clip or something. You know what I mean? You should have that on deck. I'm about to drop an EP, Roxanne, and like real soon. I got like 2 more songs to finish. This shit is crazy as hell. Like, I've been working on it for like the past year, but my situation, I would have been done. But this shit is crazy. I gotta put, like, since you be producing and stuff, you know about like mix and master and all of that. Like, I be mixing and mastering my own stuff. I got to a crazy point with it, but like I gotta put the last 5 songs I finished. I gotta put my ad libs on it. But one of the songs, I don't want to overdo your ad libs, because you know you can put too much sauce on the song. You know, you gotta know when to let go. Also, a lot of these young stars fall victim to child predators here. Yeah, no, for a fact. I ain't going front. Sometimes like I feel like that's why I ain't make it also, because I know if I see any of that stuff, like I'm on blast on it, like instant. Like, let me be at a Hollywood party and I just know, so I don't even got to see it. I just got to know what's going on. What they gonna think I'm the boys. How I kick that door open, maxing on everybody. I'll probably use that as an excuse to rob every male that's in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, y'all in this bitch touching on kids. All right, I'm giving it to everybody in this bitch. You feel me? I'll be on some, excuse my language, Roxanne, but for real though, I don't play about that type of stuff. Like, I jump out there on a whole different type of time, just to know that type of stuff is going on. I don't got patience for that type of stuff. I'll be like, oh, I'm about to catch some charges today. You know what I'm saying? For real. Another reason I don't want to let myself work with bigger artists. Yeah. And I tell you, definitely don't, because I have like a lot of friends and stuff that's, you know, that's on that certain level. They went to a lot of those parties. Some of them parties, you can't even bring your phone there because they don't even want to take a chance of you recording something or sending something out. It's like a lot of weird stuff. And the class of the celebrities, it gets weirder, you know? It's not just the houses get bigger and the more money, it's weirder, you know? And a lot of times if, you know, you just working on your craft, with, you know, whatever it is with music, and you just try and make it to the next level, get heard or whatever, they already looking at you from a standpoint like you're gonna be willing to do whatever to get that, you know? Like, what are you gonna sacrifice for me to give you that because of my position? You know what I mean? All right. I'm gonna tap in with everybody though, man. I've been on here for 1 hour and 41. I'm about to soak in the sun real quick and like just get my thoughts together about how I'm approaching this day. My personal situation and stuff to stay sane and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all, value y'all, man. I had a good chop it up with everybody in here. Shout out to Roxanne mainly. I'm glad I got to talk to you because I haven't talked to you in months. I know a lot of people that I talked to. Even one of my regular moderators came in here the other day on a tip like, you know, shout out to all things. You get what I'm saying? I don't be going like my regular times and stuff, how I dare to get y'all focused on me on, you know, narrow down like shit like how I have in the past and stuff like that. But it's because it's nothing more or less. It's just because of my financial situation. You know, I'm gonna be real with y'all, you know. I know like if I was like waking up in a house or apartment or something, you know, if I wasn't in my situation, I would be more comfortable where I could go live with y'all at like a certain time. But my shit be so real, it'd be like, you know, I don't know. So peace, power, abundance to y'all, gratitude, everybody way. You know, even the complex cell organisms, like all children, you feel me? Anyone trying to be better for themselves, you know, dealing with this evil system and all the stuff and how you're able to see the wickedness behind it, trying to combat it while still being forced to capitulate. You know what I mean? I'm sending you peace. I'll email you once I get some free time. All right, no question. You know, yeah, I'll be on the lookout for that or whatever. Yeah, everybody in here, enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. Peace, power, abundance to everybody. It's the Lord Rear Points to RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to all my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings. You know what the fuck it is for real. Tap in. You know, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.